Good morning, friends, and welcome. It's good to be back in India and to share this wonderful topic on magnetism with all of you. As Swamiji would often say, he had an Indian heart, and I have to agree with that. So it's good to be back with all of you. Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Laidi Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Master, Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. Bless our lives with an ever deeper attunement to thee. We are thine. Infuse us with thy magnetism, thy energy, and thy joy. Om Shanti Shanti. We have a song and then a video clip of Swamiji that I hope you will enjoy. Welcome again, friends.
Who is Sylvia? What is she? That all our swains commend her. Holy, fair, and wise is she. The heavens that grace did lend her, that she might admired be, that she might admired be. Is she kind as she is fair? For beauty lives with kindness. To her eyes love doth repair, to help him of his blindness. And being helped inhabits there, and being helped inhabits there. Then to Sylvia let us sing, that Sylvia is excelling. She excels each mortal thing. Upon the dull earth dwelling, to her let us garlands bring, to her let us garlands bring. Then to Sylvia let us sing, that Sylvia is excelling. She excels each mortal thing. Upon the dull earth dwelling, to her let us garlands bring, to her let us garlands bring.
I was coming to Calcutta some years ago, and I had wanted to meet somebody who had he was Indian, but he had been in college in America, and I'd met him there, and we were friends. But I'd lost his address, and I didn't know how to reach him. And I said, Divine Mother, I would like to meet him. How can I do it? I reached Calcutta. There was nobody there to meet me. They were caught in traffic. And instead of rushing to the nearest telephone to find out what's the matter and so on, I just calmly said, Divine Mother, what do you have in store for me? Just at that moment, somebody stopped in front of me. He said, what is your good name? And I told him. He said, oh, I've been longing to meet you. He said, a friend of mine, who was this one I wanted to meet, has shown me your photograph, and I've been wanting to meet you ever since. And I said, and I've been wanting to meet him. He said, well, I've landed in Calcutta to go see him. He's staying in Calcutta right now. So through that, I got to see this friend of mine. But it's amazing. Actually, we live in a universe of consciousness. Everything is a dream of God's. Everything is made of His consciousness. And if you tune into that consciousness, then you can attract to yourself things and people and so on. And the people who will help you at the right time, in the right moment. I've seen this happen so often. It works. But if you really want somebody who can help you in a certain way, put out that thought and the right person will be there. You'll find it, the magnetism is your willpower sending energy, which creates like an electric current, creates a magnetic field. So this thought, sent with energy, with willpower, creates a magnetic field around it, and that will attract to you whatever circumstance or people you want.
That sounds as though it could be dangerous.
It can be dangerous.
Unless it's God-centered.
You should have the right thoughts and the right expectations and want the right people. But I lived for a year in Charleston, South Carolina. It was a small city then, only 70,000 people. It's much bigger now. But I was a writer. I wanted to study playwriting, and so I wanted to meet many kinds of people. And I was amazed to see how people would be attracted to their own level of society within days of coming to the town. Mm-hmm. So that people who were of a particular level, immediately they found themselves surrounded by those people. And
it sounds like that law operates a little bit automatically.
It operates automatically.
But it's possible to do it more consciously, or?
Yes. You can do it much more forcefully if you do it consciously.
Can inspiration be drawn by willpower?
Inspiration can be drawn by willpower. I found in writing a song, for example, that I don't stop and think, well, I want the note to go up or the melody line to go up or down. I just say, well, I want a song that says this, 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 and this. Give me a melody. And I put my mind very strongly at the point between the eyebrows. Instantly the melody's there. And I know when I first started writing songs, I did it as a means of sharing philosophy, ways of living, walk like a man, and so on. And one day I got tired of writing the lyrics because it takes long to write good lyrics with rhymes and everything, where the melody came very quickly. So I thought, well, let me just go to somebody whose lyrics I like that are not especially meaningful, but I felt like kicking up my heels, you might say. So I turned to Shakespeare's lyrics. And in 3 days I wrote 18 lyrics, 18 melodies. And they're very nice too. Who is Sylvia, what is she, that all our swains commend her? Holy, fair, and wise is she, the heaven such grace did lend her, that she might admired be, that she might admired be. It's a nice melody, but I didn't have to work for it. It just was given to me.
Swami, that sounds devotional the way you sing it. It's very sweet. Is it a humorous moment in the play? I don't remember.
No, it's a beautiful song. Yeah.
Wow.
So you've developed that ability to draw inspiration at will.
Yes. I don't know that I developed it. I don't know what to say. Yes, I suppose the answer is just yes. I wrote Yogananda's biography, and it's a book of 300 and something pages. I wrote it in 3 weeks. And I didn't have to think. When I wrote a script for his life just the other day, I didn't have to think what was going to happen or how should I get out of this predicament or whatever. When I got there, the answer was there. And so I found that, yes, I've worked at meditation for many years, and I guess that's what helped me. But it flows. The more in tune you are with God and with superconsciousness, the more everything works.
I'd like to start by reading an excerpt from the Raja Yoga book, Swamiji's words. Yeah, this is better. Certain attitudes are automatically more magnetic than others. Willingness, cheerfulness, kindness, all wholesome spiritual attitudes are magnetic. Unwillingness, discouragement, and similar negative attitudes, on the other hand, are like iron molecules turned conflictingly, or like toxins in the nervous system. They impair the free flow of energy. Even the foods we eat can be magnetically strengthening or depleting. If they load the system with toxins, they will impair one's energy flow and therefore one's magnetism. If they assist the flow of energy in the body, they may rightly be called magnetizing foods. A strong, positive magnetic aura around your body will prevent not only people's negative thoughts from affecting you, but also negative or harmful circumstances and happenings, even disease, from coming to you. When you yourself are good, only goodness will affect you. Or if, owing to the darkening influence of past karma, anything comes your way that is most human, anything comes your way that in most human contexts would appear negative, you will find it either minimized or becoming turned to good account. This is a great topic, and I'm just happy to share it with you that these are our teachings. It's nothing that we have to become magnetic. As you do the practices, as you have right attitudes, as you serve, as you meditate, as you do everything that we masters told us, you become very strong magnetically, and you become all the karma that is surrounding you that's not good becomes more and more diminished. And as we tune in to Divine Mother's will and her energy and the flow of magnetism and all that, we find that our lives are blessed all the time, that many wonderful things happen. I've had them repeatedly happen. I could write a book on how many wonderful things have happened from just keeping centered, keeping positive, keeping magnetic, doing energization, Mahamudra, doing Kriya, serving, being happy. Then you find that your life is in attunement with God. Otherwise, people are complaining, negative, lazy. Why didn't this happen? Why didn't I get the job? How come my relationships are bad? How come this happened to me? And on and on and on. But we have to realize that we've been given the tools to become magnetic, to become energetic, to become strong, to have a powerful flow of God's energy flowing through us all the time. And when that happens, we draw inspiration, we draw solutions, we draw prosperity, we draw people into our lives, we draw good circumstances, good situations. And the negative ones tend to, as I read, be minimized, if not demolished all the way. And also, we have to be open. People say, well, nothing happened. Well, you haven't drawn it. Your energy is wrong. The attitudes are wrong. You haven't opened yourself. You haven't uplifted yourself. You haven't tried to catch the ideas and the solutions. You're working on just a conscious level or just a materialistic level. But I remember just a few weeks ago, I had a beautiful dream of Swamiji. It wasn't a vision or anything big, but he was there and I was there, and he was explaining to me how he wrote his music. And he said at the beginning, and he was thoughtful. It was like he was thinking about it too. He said at the beginning, no songs came. And then as I opened myself, and you can put in the blank of songs, you can put something else. He said, as I opened myself, then one song came, and then another, and then another, and then they all came. and he wrote 400 songs. So the point he was saying was, as I opened myself, as I magnetized myself, as I energized myself, as I uplifted myself, as I raised my hands up and open my heart to God, then things happen. The other important thing is you don't want any and everything to happen. You want God's will in your life. And I've seen people make so many mistakes. Well, I want this. I got this desire. I'm going to do this. But have you tuned in inwardly? Have you asked Divine Mother, is this right for me? Is this the job you want me to have? Is this the situation you want in my life? Am I in attunement with thee? So this is an important question to ask before you just go after something. You don't even know if it's right for you. And also, if we can use our will. Master said if I needed a job, I would shake up the whole universe to find that job. We have to ignite our will and willingness and enthusiasm. Once we feel, yes, Divine Mother wants this for me, you can't sit back and say, yes, please give me, or don't give me, or I hope, maybe something will happen. You have to really ignite your willpower, your willingness, your energy to make things happen. And our guru was like that. He made so many things happen in his life by attuning to the divine will. And so for us, Master gave these axioms: the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy, and then the greater the magnetism. He said all of those, and then we know greater the magnetism, greater the inspiration. And also, I will, my own but God-given willpower. It's my own but God-given. And also, I will reason, I will, meaning I will put out the energy. You can't be passive in life. Everything can go wrong in passivity. But if you say, no, my guru has given me the power, the tools, the techniques, the path, people to help me, centers to go to, online, home study, music, chants. I have everything I need to have a wonderful, inspired, magnetic, dynamic life, and I will do it. And that's what he meant by ignite the will. Open yourself to the possibilities, the potential of who and what you really are. Our path is for warriors, not sitting on the sideline and hoping that somebody will pass by and give you an opportunity. Opportunities are not, they're not there. They're created. And they're created by you. They don't come by chance, is what I want to say. And I remember some examples from Swamiji's life. He said an interesting thing. I think we have to keep it in mind. I'm certainly keeping it in mind. He said, I didn't want to, and I didn't pray for myself. Now that's very subtle. Maybe you're not at that point, maybe you are, but some of you are. Instead of I want this for me, I want this for I. But he said I would pray that I would be able to help others. And I had a very interesting thought while I was in America this time in Ananda village. And the thought was this: don't go after everything for yourself. Try to help as many people as you can to find God. And that's the ultimate purpose of your life, is help other people. And as we help other people, we see that we're being helped. But if it's all about me, what about me? And so Swamiji said when he wrote music, he wrote it to help people. He didn't write it to say that he was a composer. When he wrote books, he wrote them to help people, to get the teachings out. This is a very important point in your life, in your job or whatever. I'm doing this really as a seva to God, to seva to help others, help my family, help the world, help to bring in light, help at the center. I remember Swamiji said when his car, he was years, 50 years or so, whenever, way back, he was trying to get to India. And he was going to serve. And he said that his car broke down. He had just enough money to get to India, and his car broke down. And so he said, well, I live in the hills. I had to have a car when I came back. So I I felt Divine Mother wanted me to fix the car. So he put the money from the trip into the car. But then he said, Divine Mother, if you want me to go to India, this is really an important point. If you want me to go, you're going to have to, and he said so beautifully, reimburse me. And that was on a Friday. On Monday, the following Monday, and he was going soon, trying to go soon, someone slipped an envelope under his door with a check and a note. The check was for exactly the amount that he needed, the $1,000 or something close to that. Use this in the way that Divine Mother wants. And no name, just Divine Mother gave him the money back because he went to serve. And he was once he was about to give a satsang. You've heard the story sometimes, but it's an amazing story. It's one of the miracles, I think, of Ananda. When Swamiji said he was about to give the satsang when he had a kidney stone attack, and he was in so much pain, he couldn't even get to a doctor or anywhere. He was at the meditation retreat at Ananda Village. And it was getting closer and closer to the time to give the satsang, and he just couldn't move. But he knew people were waiting for him to give that satsang. They were there. And so then he just prayed, Divine Mother, if you want me to give this satsang, you're going to have to take this pain away. He didn't say, please take the pain away for me. If you want me to give this satsang, it's such an important point. And he said, just like this, I wasn't there at that time, but I heard him tell the story. And he said, just like this, the pain was gone. And he went to give the satsang. And he said he felt so much joy, he still couldn't really talk, but he did go to give the satsang. And I've had circumstances like that in my own life when I was doing everything I could in my life to make me have a happy life, and I was totally empty, unhappy. I remember one night I prayed all night and cried for help, and the very next day, now what am I saying? I put out energy. And I called, if there is a God, I want to know. The very next day, help came. Someone came who was a transcendental meditation teacher. That teacher ended up giving me autobiography. My whole path opened up because I opened myself to God. I wanted it. And then some amazing things just happened to me in the past couple of weeks. I'm still stunned. But I think we have to know that Divine Mother, she's watching a heart. She knows what we need. She's our mother. We just have to open and take the first step. And so this was around my Hindi classes. And I've been learning Hindi for quite a while. And then I was asked to give some Hindi interviews, question and answers. You saw part of one last week or one. And so, at first I thought, I just can't do that. It's got to be somebody else. And so then I remember the day, this was in Ananda Village, Devi Ji came in my room. He said, well, what's wrong? You look so sad. What happened? I said, well, they wanted me to do these videos. I just don't know if I can do it. And so then I said, but I am going to do it. So that night I just prayed to Master, do you want me to do this? Is it your desire that I do this? Is your will rather that? And the next morning I felt him saying, yes, I did it. I came over on the ship. I spoke English. You can learn the language. You can speak. And I just went, okay. I mean, I didn't hear a voice, but I felt his power. So I went on to do it. That's only half the story. So then the other thing that happened was, I just still can't believe it. The very next week, I was in Palo Alto about to get on the plane the next day to leave for India. So there I am, and there's a big program with Jyotish and Deviji. I attend the program. After the program, people are chatting, hi, how are you? And so this wonderful Indian family, I only met them this last time. They came over, I met them the night before. Oh, Dhyanaji, we want to say goodbye. Here's our children, please. We want to say hello. And so I was chatting with them. I was just going into the house I was staying in before that family caught me. And then two other Indians came up to me. I didn't know them at all. And they said, "Oh, Dhyana ji, we wanted to meet you. My sister's name is such and such. She lives in Delhi." And then the lady said, I was attracted to them. And then she said, "Main Hindi sikhati hu." I was shocked. I said, "Main Hindi sikh rahi hu." And she said, "I'm happy to teach you on Zoom." And I just couldn't believe, Master, because I was so willing and because I acted. I could have said before, "No, I'm not going to do it. Don't make me do it. I'm not going to do it." But because I did it, he sent me a teacher. Now I'm taking Hindi classes with a professional Hindi teacher online. I just thought, wow. And a devotee and a Kriyapan at that. And then just 2 days back or something like that, I was needing some Ayurvedic treatment, medicines. And I went to an Ayurvedic shop. This was in Hyderabad. And I thought, well, I don't know which one to get, but I'll get this or I'll get that. So I got what I thought was good. And then the next day was a satsang, a class, really. It was a class. And the teachers were introducing me. This is such and such, and this man, he's an Ayurvedic doctor. I said, "What?" I just couldn't believe it. And the lady there, she was an Ayurvedic doctor too. And I said, "Do you know I need help?" And I just, every time, Divine Mother, you just put out the energy. I had gone the day before, I did my best, then the doctor came. It's unbelievable. So what do? We draw on the power of the Guru. We keep asking, keep working at it, attuning to him, getting his magnetism. I was remembering Swamiji said that he said he couldn't even do the yoga postures, but Master would ask him to demonstrate. And every time Master asked him, he could do them. And with Norman as well, big guy, he said every time Master pointed to him, he could do the posture. So we have to realize who's really doing it. The Guru's power is flowing. And also, just don't think so much. Just keep moving, keep acting, keep trying. I was recalling whenever I go to Swamiji, I say, "Swamiji, I don't know, I have this problem." He'd give me something to do. Go do this, Dhyana, go do this, because I needed the energy. So get out of the brain and get to the point where you have the energy and it's flowing and you just keep moving. Look here at the spiritual life. Put your thought out. What is your need? Feel in your heart. What is the answer? Is this or is it that? This is the seed of feeling, intuition. And then, really, the part people drop out on is act. Do something. Don't sit and think. Take the first step. Take the second step. Take the third step. And then keep your aura strong by reading the books and looking at the videos of Swamiji and Master. And Master said in the AY, he put his vibration. The books have a vibration of upliftment, of answers, of solutions. And be with people who are positive, energetic, and magnetic. And then go to the satsangs, go to the centers, come to the classes. Don't go on alone. And now I want to close with just a brief affirmation. We don't have a lot of time, but I want to say this affirmation with you at least a couple of times. So inhale, tense, exhale, relax. I hope you use this in your daily life. Close your eyes, repeat after me. I go forth in perfect faith, in the power of omnipresent good, to bring me what I need at the time I need it. I go forth with perfect faith in the power of omnipresent good to bring me what I need at the time I need it. I go forth with perfect faith in the power of omnipresent good to bring me what I need at the time I need it. Said mentally, I go forth with perfect faith, the power of omnipresent good, to bring me what I need at the time I need it. Om Shanti, Shanti. God bless you all. And I'll ask Natendra to join me on the screen.
Thank you, Dhyana ji. Thank you for sharing beautiful stories. आपकी हिंदी बहुत ही अच्छी हो रही है. So Dhyana ji, the question have been staying away from bad habits or in perhaps overcoming them, and how do we do that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're spiritually uplifted, magnetically uplifted, if you're in attunement, the bad habits tend to start going away. I was remembering that I used to be way back, decades ago, moody. So then someone would say, well, what's wrong? Nothing. Well, why are you like that? I don't know. It's just dumb. These things are dumb. They don't have any energy behind them. They're from other lifetimes or indulgences that we shouldn't have had. And they're not deep usually. Like Master told to Swamiji something. He said, it's not deep in you. So just what I want to say is don't think about that. Think about God. Think about doing your sadhana. Think about going to the satsang. Think about serving. Think about Guruji. Think about Babaji. Think about your spiritual life and let the other things fall off. Leave it alone. It's like every time I got to fix myself. I got to fix fixing. They're not fixing anything. They're just making it stronger in their mind. So let it go. And as you do, just keep going with Master. Keep holding his hand and let him take everything away that you don't need. And don't worry so much about it. Do the right things, and then your life will improve. I'm not speaking from a book. I'm speaking from my own experience. I've had things happen that just fell off, and I didn't even notice they fell off. And then suddenly you realize, wow, that was there a long time, and now it's not there anymore. Isn't it so? And through God's grace, I think the last thing, remember, your part's only 25%. You can't even do it if you tried. Guruji's power is 25%. God's power and grace is 50%. That's why Master said, tune into them. Don't be lazy and passive, sitting on the couch hoping for a miracle. It's not going to happen. Do your best, but know that God and gurus are on your side and want to help you and are helping you. That's the most important thing. Join hands with God and gurus. Anything else?
Maybe one quickly, Dhyana ji. So how can we use the resources in Dhyana community that we have so that they can become, in some sense, the protection and bring us magnetism?
I would say if you're not using the sources, I wish you luck. The resources, we have so many. I mean, Master said if you did 1/100th of what I've given you, you can get there. But if you're not coming around, coming to classes, read something every day from Swamiji Master. I play the music all the time. Play it in your house. Chant, get a harmonium. I mean, spiritual laziness is not going to get you anywhere but off the path, honestly. So, I mean, this is like hand-to-hand combat, let me put it that way, with your delusions. And so you have to protect yourself. Get a bango, get a navratna, get to the Kriyaban retreats, get to Spiritual Renewal Week. Look, read Jyotishan Deviji's blogs. Come on Wednesdays, come to the Kriyaban satsang on Tuesday night. Go, you understand what I mean? Go to the healing satsang Wednesday night. In other words, my final words are, there are no excuses. There is too much help. If you want the help, you draw it into your life and you change. If you don't want the help, it's going to be difficult. Health challenge comes. Oh my God. Your kids have some problems. Oh my God. Everything happens. You lose your job. Everything happens. But if you're centered and strong, magnetic, answers come, solutions come, people come, help comes. I've said a lot in this class that, and I hope people utilize these things to improve on your life. Get more magnetic spiritually, and you're going to find everything flows so much better. God bless you all. Thank you, Natendra, and it's good to be back. Bye-bye.